Hello guys and welcome to my channel. So today I'll be showing us how to cut a three-piece corset, base corset, a three-piece base corset. Okay, so first I'll be marking down my nipple point, my waistline, and my on the bust line. So I'm just going to connect those points together. Okay, so this is the first time I'm doing a voice recording, so I hope um, you guys enjoy it. Sorry, it's my first time. So my first line there is my nipple point. The second line is my waistline, and the second line is my on the bust line. The third line is my waistline. So next, I'm going to be marking my shoulder. My shoulder is 14. That's 14 divided by 2, which is 7 inches. Then I just went up from my nipple to nipple line by 3 inches to get my armhole, of which will be giving me 7. So I'm just going to cover my neck, of which I went down by 2.5 inches. Then my width I went in by 3 inches. So I don't have a curved ruler. I'm just going to be connecting those points together with my hands. Okay, so I'll just go down by 1 inch on my shoulder area, just to create balance while my client is wearing the dress. So next I'll go down to creating my corset cup. So I went up from my nipple point by 2.5 inches because this client does not want her bust too open or too exposed. So then from the midpoint of my pattern paper, I went in by 1/2 inch to create my corset, the midpoint of my corset. Okay, so next I'll be doing is to measure the points, rather I'm measuring my nipple to nipple point, which is 8 inches. So I'll be using 4 inches. So I'm just going to mark this 4 inches on all the lines I have on my pattern paper. Then I'm just going to go ahead and connect with my ruler. Okay, so to determine where my corset cup is going to start, I'll measure from my shoulder to the point my client wants it to start from. So remember I said this cup is not going to be too open, so I had to mark 6.5 inches. So I'm just going to connect my nipple to nipple point up to the 6.5 inches I marked on the upper part. Then I'm just going to connect from the midpoint of the corset to the 6.5 inches I marked from my shoulder points. Then I'm just going to subtract 1 inch on both side of my on the bust. Then I'm just going to connect from my nipple to from my nipple point down to the 1 inch I subtracted on the both side of my on the bust. Then next, I'm just going to, measure what I have from my underbust to from my nipple point to my underbust. Then I'm going to add 1/2 inch to it. I have three. Then I added 1/2 inch, which is 3.5, to carve my corset cup on the body area, or will I say on the other side of the cup. Then I'm going to go down by 1 inch from my armhole, to draft out my cup properly. So at this point, I'm just going to connect to the upper part of my cup. Okay, as you can see, this is forming a very, very beautiful cup already. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and connect all the sides of my cup. So next, to get my upper bust tightening, I'm just going to subtract 1 inch on both sides of my cup. So to get my three-piece, I just went down on the middle point of my cup by 2.5 inches. Then on both sides, I went down by 2 inches. So I'm just going to be connecting this with my ruler. As you can see, I'm connecting these 3 points and they are not straight. So if your upper curve is straight, it means you're wrong. So it doesn't have to be straight. So next, I'm going to be coming down by 1/2 inch on the both side of my cup to create a side dart, just to make this cup look very, very, professional when we are done. So I'm just going to, connect this 1/2 inches to my nipple point. So next I'm going to be adding back my 1/2 inch I took out for my side dart. I'm going to, add it back around the cup so that when I'm joining this cup to the body part, it's not going to be, I'm not going to be having any form of shortage while joining my cup. Okay, so next I'm going to be, measuring my body, and the measurement for this pattern is bust 36, waist 32, but I want to snatch 2 inches, so I'll be using waist 30. So I'm going to mark 36 divided by 4, which is 9. Then I'm going to add back my 2 inches I took out for my bust tightening, then extra 1.5 inch for my sewing allowance. I'm going to do that on the underbust and on my waistline as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to, connect the side of my um the sides of the body. I'm just going to go ahead and connect the side of my ruler. Then to create my base, I'm going to come down from my waistline by 6 inches to create my base on the down part of the dress. So next I'm going to be forming a triangular shape. Okay, let me just say I'll be, bringing down the lines. So it's going to help me cut out carefully. Okay, so I'll just bring down the lines down to my baseline. Okay, so I'm just going to be forming a triangular shape at the bottom of this pattern, which is like more like me creating my base. So I need a longer ruler to connect it to the end point of the side, or will I say connect it to the side seam, from the midpoint to the side seam. Okay, so after connecting my base, I'm going to check what I have on one side of the base. I'm going to ensure I measure the same thing on the other side of the base. So I have 5 on that other side. So I'm going to measure here. I have 4. So I'm just going to mark my 5 again. Then I'm going to connect. Okay, so as you can see, this front pattern is looking so beautiful already. We have such a beautiful curve, beautiful base. I hope this video will be useful to a lot of us. So I'm just going to carve my armhole by getting the midpoint of my armhole. Then I'll just go in by half an inch to carve out my armhole. So I'm going to be doing this with my hands. Don't forget I do not have a curve ruler to do this, so I'm just going to be doing this with my hands. And if there's any question you want to ask, please just drop it in the comment section. I just really hope this will be um, of good use to anyone watching this. So next I'm going to extend my waistline, my chest line, my on the bust line to get my back pattern. So I'm going to be using an eyelet, so that's the reason I just had to create that V back. Then I'm going to mark my that point. Then I'm going to go up by 2 inches on the bust line, then go in by half an inch, then connect. That's how I'm going to cut out my back pattern. But if you need the yoke, you can still draft out your shoulder, your neck. um so I'm shading the parts that I need to cut out, and that will be all on this video. So I'm just going to cut them out, then pin my upper part of my bust together so that I'll be able to have a 3 piece instead of a 4 piece. That'll be all on this video, and I just hope it's very useful. I'm gonna see you guys in my next video, and don't forget, if you have any question to ask, you just drop it in the comment section. I'm going to answer them, and I hope this is very useful. So I have my body part, I have my yoke, I have the front of the dress. Okay, so at the end of this, you're going to see what my cup looks like. I'm going to be showing you what the 3 piece cup looks like. Okay, so I had to label my cup areas A, B, C, and a D, which I'm going to be, pinning my A and B together because I'm going to be cutting it as a 1 piece. So I have A and B as 1 piece, and I have C, D, so that's making a 3 piece. I'm just going to cut my back, cut out my yoke. Okay, so that is all for this video. At the end you're just gonna see what the cup looks like, and I hope this is very useful to you guys. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm just placing everything on the table so you will see what it all looks like at the end of it all. So I'm just going to take out that 2 inches I use for my bust tightening. from the armhole of my yoke so it doesn't affect when I'm cutting it out. So this is what my front area looks like. So I don't have a masking tape, that's why I'm just going to pin that A and B parts together. Then I'm just going to cut out any excess. So I'm just going to be cutting that out as one piece, and I have two, three. Okay, so that's what the front looks like, and that's what the back looks like. And finally, this is the beautiful cup we have here. So I hope this is very useful, and see you guys in my next video. Don't forget, if you have any question to ask, you just drop it in my comment section. Thank you. Bye.